Hello and welcome to our guide for setting retro achievements up on your Bitbox. Retro achievements are probably my favorite feature of modern emulation. It really allows you to replay these old games with some new goals, and it adds a totally new dimension, in my opinion, to retro gaming. So I will give you all the information you need to know to get retro achievements up and running on your brand new Bitbox. The first thing you're going to have to do is make sure that your Bitbox is online. Retro Achievements requires a network connection because it will ping the Retro Achievements server every time you launch a game and periodically while you're playing the game. So if you have Retro Achievements enabled and you don't have your Bitbox online, it can cause issues such as freezing or stuttering. If you want more information on how to connect your Bitbox to a network, refer to the Quick Start guide that came with your console, or watch our Quick Start guide here on YouTube. I will link to that video in the description below. So now that your console is online, we're going to want to check out our settings for Retro Achievements. So from the main menu, you don't really see an option for Retro Achievements, but we'll change that shortly. So to get to the Retro Achievements options, you want to navigate to Main Menu, Game Settings, and at the bottom of the Game Settings list, under System Settings, you'll see Retro Achievement Settings. So in Retro Achievement Settings, you can set many different options. This will enable retro achievements on your console. Hardcore mode, which disables loading states. So basically, any cheats or save states cannot be used in a game to gain your retro achievements. If you enable this mode, this will give you access to the retro achievements leaderboards. Verbose mode shows your achievement progression on game launch, along with other notifications such as when you actually obtain an achievement. Rich presence. So what this does is it kind of gives the retro achievements a graphical presence, which you'll see when I demo the achievements in game. And if you watched my Let's Play for Super Metroid Parts 1 or 2 as of the making of this video, you'll see what that looks like as I unlock achievements during that playthrough. Encore mode is just kind of for fun. It will allow you to unlock achievements that have already been earned. Although this does not add to your overall achievement score, you will still only receive points for new achievement unlocks. Automatic screenshots. So whenever you earn an achievement with this setting enabled, it will take a screenshot and will store it in a screenshot folder, which is accessible from the main or the system select menu, which I'll show you in a minute here. Challenge indicators is something that I keep enabled. However, I after using it for a while, I don't really find it all that useful. So what this will do is put an icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen if there are any achievements that can be earned during your current state in the game. So for an example of this would be like in Mega Man X2, during your fight with a boss, if there's an achievement related to defeating that boss, you'll see a graphical icon in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. I honestly don't find that all that helpful. But, you know, I have it enabled anyway. You can just disable this. I mean, of course, you can enable or disable any of these options. So, your unlock sound. This is the little chime that will play whenever an achievement is unlocked. Now, I personally like the PlayStation 3 trophy sound, which I'm pretty sure all of the PlayStation consoles that support trophies use this sound, so PS4, PS5. But there are different built-in options here, and you can even find more on the internet. That requires a little bit of work on your end, accessing the file system and whatnot, but honestly, the options that come with the console by default are pretty good. and self-explanatory. I personally like the PS3 trophy or the Xbox 360 achievement. For me, I've always been a PlayStation user, so the PS3 trophy sound has a little bit of a nostalgic appeal. I can imagine if someone is an Xbox user, that Xbox achievement would hold that same nostalgic value, which kind of goes with the whole retro theme if you think about it. I do find that these other ones, like the Final Fantasy Victory theme, Mario 1-Up, since they're game-specific sounds, for me personally, I don't really like that. But I can imagine some people do, such as the Zelda Secret. But yeah, so these are your different sound options. So I'll leave mine on PS3 Trophy. This option here, we'll come back to username and password. This option here will put access to this we'll give you access to view retro achievements right in the main menu, which I will show you. Obviously, you will have to have retro achievements configured to take advantage of this. So for right now, I will enable that. So these game indexes are only really useful if you are adding new games to your bitbox. So let's say that you add a new Super Nintendo game or a new Genesis game or an entirely new system. What you're going to want to do is navigate to the Retro Achievements settings menu and index games. And what this will do is, if you hit start, we'll look for any games that have not been indexed with Retro Achievements, and it will add those to your Retro Achievements list. That's all stuff that goes on behind the scenes, but just know that if you do add anything to the console, you're going to want to run this just in case those games support Retro Achievements. And then index new games at startup. Having this enabled means that every time you turn on the console, it'll double check your game list. Since I've pre-configured this for you, I don't think that that's necessary. I mean, you can enable it. Honestly, it's a very quick process, so it's not going to negatively affect your startup time. It won't even be noticeable. But like I said, I don't really view that this is necessary to keep enabled, so I don't. Okay, so as this is a quick start guide, I'm going to show you how to set up retro achievements. The first step in doing that, the second step after you have your console online is you need to navigate to the Retro Achievements website and create an account. I will show you how to do that now. Let me just hop over to the internet. Okay. So in order to set up your Retro Achievements account online, you have to navigate to retroachievements.org. Once you're here, you click register. You can go through the registration process. You'll have to create a username. You'll have to have an email, standard stuff. So once you create your username and password, you can log in and then have access to tons of awesome features. This is a great website. You can check out retro achievements for different games. You can get ideas for achievements to go after. You can look at easy achievements, hard achievements. There's tons of community options. You can also track your own achievement progress. So you can see here, we've been working on the achievements for Super Metroid. And if you go back and you view my Let's Plays, you'll see that these are all of the achievements I've unlocked. So you can also view specific achievements. Let's say, like for instance, here is one that I had a big question about in my Let's Play, was how to beat Ridley, quote unquote, at Sarah Station. So this is the best resource that I have. You can see there are discussions about this. People will even post links to YouTube videos of them getting the achievement. So in order to complete this, I will need to hit Ridley 100 times while keeping my health at or above 25, right? So it's just a useful resource. So once you've done that, we can head back over to our Bitbox console to set up the retro achievements on there and get playing. So let's go back. Okay, to show off what retro achievements look like in game, let's play the Game Boy Classic Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. You can see I'm logged in, and the notification is telling me how many achievements I've unlocked. In this case, it's 0 of 30, because we've never done this before. So we'll start a new game. And let's just go through. So I did go through the achievement list before launching this game. I just wanted to do something that was quick and painless so you can see what the achievement looks like when it's unlocked and you can hear the chime. So I know in this one I can get an achievement just by getting the sword from the beach. And there you go. I got my shield. So you can see there's a nice little image. That's Rich Presents. Highly recommend that you play with that active. If you haven't really messed with a lot of the retro achievement settings, I have that enabled by default on your console. So now that I unlocked that achievement, I can go on to the Retro Achievements website, talk to people about it, and I can keep going through. Eventually, unlocking all the achievements for this game. So I really think Retro Achievements makes these older games more fun. Maybe fun's not the word, but I definitely think it adds a new dimension to playing through some of these games that maybe you've played through 100 times. It's just as addicting as achievements on regular consoles. I understand achievements aren't for everybody, so if that's the case, then I don't know why you're even watching this video. But if it's for you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and the Retro Achievements experience is built into the very core of the console. So yeah, I hope all of you achievement hunters have fun. Make sure you share in the comments your favorite achievements. And as always, thanks for watching.